Hello my dear student. Today we discuss about reactivity series of metal. The reactivity series of metal, the order of intensity or reactivity of metal is known as reactivity series. In reactivity series, reactivity of elements decreases on moving from top to bottom in the given reactivity series. In reactivity series, copper, gold and silver are at the bottom and hence least reactive. These metals are known as noble metal. Potassium is at the top of the series and hence most reactive. Reactivity of some metals are given in descending order as we see in this figure. The potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver, gold. In these, the potassium is the most reactive and the gold is least reactive. Now we discuss about the physical property of nonmetals. The nonmetals are not hard, rather than are generally soft. But the diamond is an exception in the nonmetal. It is the hardest naturally occurring substances. And when we say about the state, the nonmetals may be solid, liquid or gases. It can be found in all these three states. The nonmetals have a dull appearance. The lustrous property is not for the nonmetal, but diamond and iodine are the exception. They are nonmetal, but they are very lustrous. Sonority. Nonmetals are not sonorous. They do not produce a ringing sound as like the metal. When the conduction as a property, the nonmetals are a bad conductor of heat and electricity. Graphite is the nonmetal, which is the allotrope of carbon, is a good conductor of electricity. Malleability and ductility. The nonmetals are brittle in nature. They are not malleable and not ductile. Melting and boiling point is the another physical property. The nonmetals have generally low melting and boiling point as in compared to the metals. Now there is some fact about the nonmetal. Carbon in the form of graphite is nonmetal which conduct electricity. Iodine is nonmetal which is lustrous having a shining surface. Carbon in the form of diamond is a nonmetal which is extremely hard, and the diamond is a nonmetal which has a very high melting point and boiling point. Now we discuss about the chemical properties of nonmetal. Nonmetals form respective oxides when reacting with oxygen. When the nonmetal react with the oxygen, they form the nonmetallic oxide. For example, when carbon react with the oxygen, carbon dioxide is formed along with the production of heat. But there is a condition. When carbon react with the oxygen, there is if there is the sufficient amount of oxygen, then the carbon react with the oxygen to produce the carbon dioxide. But when the carbon is burnt in an insufficient supply of air, it not produce the carbon dioxide, it forms carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is a toxic substance. Inhaling of carbon monoxide may cause the fatal problem for the person. Sulfur gives sulfur dioxide when reacting with the oxygen. Sulfur catches fire when exposed to the air. So here the sulfur is the nonmetal. When react with the oxygen, then it produces the sulfur dioxide. The nonmetallic oxide are acidic in nature. The solution of nonmetal oxides turn blue litmus paper to the red litmus paper, and so this indicate that the nonmetals and their nonmetallic oxide is in acidic nature. Carbon dioxide gives carbonic acid when dissolved in water. There is the reaction is given here, the carbon dioxide plus water and produce the carbonic acid. Sulfur dioxide gives sulfurous acid when dissolved in water, sulfur dioxide plus water and produce the sulfurous acid. The formula is here. The chemical formula of sulfurous acid is H2SO3 and the chemical formula for the carbonic acid is H2CO3. Reaction of nonmetal with chlorine. Nonmetal gives respective chloride when they react with chlorine gas. Nonmetal plus chlorine, nonmetal chloride. So when nonmetal react with the chlorine, it produce nonmetallic chloride. Hydrogen gives hydrogen chloride and phosphorus gives phosphorus trichloride. The reaction is given for both the reaction as H2 for hydrogen, Cl2 for chlorine, and when the hydrogen react with the chlorine, then produce the hydrogen chloride HCl. The HCl is also known as hydrochloric acid. Phosphorus P4, Cl2 chlorine, and when the P4 react with the 6Cl2, then it produces 4PCl3. PCl3 is the phosphorus trichloride. Now the reaction of nonmetal with hydrogen. Nonmetal reactive with hydrogen to form covalent hydrides. Covalent is one kind of the bond which is produced when sharing of electrons in between the elements. Nonmetal plus hydrogen produce the covalent hydride. Sulfur combines with hydrogen to form a covalent hydride is called hydrogen sulfide. The hydrogen plus sulfur, it gives the hydrogen sulfide. The nitrogen combines with hydrogen in presence of an catalyst iron to form covalent hydride ammonia. So we can say here the formation of ammonia. The how the ammonia is get formed here, when the nitrogen is combined with the hydrogen, then it produces the ammonia NH3. Nonmetals do not react with the water to evolve hydrogen gas, and the nonmetals do not react with the dilute acid. So the nonmetals do not show any kind of reaction with the water and the acids. Now we say about the alloy. Alloy is one kind of homogeneous mixture of two or more metals or metal and nonmetal. There are the different kind of the alloys as ferrous alloy, non-ferrous alloy. The alloy in which iron is present in large constituents, such type of alloy is known as ferrous alloy. For example, manganese steel, which contains the 86% iron, 13% manganese and the 1% carbon, and nickel steel, the 98% iron and the 2% is nickel. The non-ferrous alloy, an alloy does not contain iron, for example brass and bronze. Brass, their constituents are copper 80% and zinc 20%. The bronze and their constituent is 90% copper and 10% tin. Amalgam is another kind of alloy in which the one constituents must be as the mercury. An alloy in which the mercury is present, such type of alloy is known as amalgam. For example, sodium amalgam, zinc amalgam. In sodium amalgam, the constituents are sodium and mercury, and in zinc amalgam there is the constituents are zinc and mercury. The properties of an alloy. Alloys are stronger than the metal from which they are obtained. It is harder than the constituent metals, and the melting point of alloy is lower than the constituent metals, and the electrical conductivity of alloy is lower than the constituent metals. Some examples of alloy is given here: brass, bronze, solder, duralumin, steel, stainless steel, magnesium and German silver. Thank you for watching my video. Again I come with the new video. Thank you.